I never would have guessed. Wow.
Y'all can't just drop a bomb like that and then move on with the rest of the story. That is crazy.
Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind the scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy YaBoyRockLee.
Hey, if y'all not subscribed, go ahead and do so. This Young Justice heat is coming at you now. What's going on, everybody? It's YaBoyRockLee.
It's our cool nerd.
D-Nasty.
Jumping into this wholesome family show called Young Justice.
Wholesome. Family oriented. DNA friendly.
Now what?
Now what? Speaking of DNA, nah, I'm not gonna. I kind of lost my point. Don't worry about it.
I was like, this is gonna be really disgusting or really relevant.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I know we clown on Superman because like, every now and then I get a comment. They're like, "Man, what's up with the Superman slander and stuff?"
Yeah, that
like
nigga's soft. I saw this nigga crying, trying to explain his son what death was. Explain it in the most vanilla way ever. It means he
was
longer
crying
here in
over
his
the death
body.
of his brother, though.
No, that's okay. I'm talking about the way he was explaining death.
Oh.
Yo, that was some grade A like vanilla shit. So what happened is his soul's no longer in his body, so he can't play with him no more. You know, my parents explained death to me. They're dead. Mom, what does that mean? Yo, they're not coming back. They 6 feet in the ground. They in the dirt. You'll never see them again, but you can remember them. That's how you explain death in a very straightforward way. Even the kid was like, "What are you trying to say? Like, I don't understand." He was just dancing around the whole concept of death.
When he said the cells, they ain't really functioning like that no more. They stopped working. I was like, God damn,
he's giving him a science lesson. Anatomy. I was just confused.
There was no heart in it.
I really did. I don't know how other people are taught death, but when my parents taught me death, they never even said the word death. Like we were at a funeral for my grandfather, and he was just in a casket, and I was just like, well, what's wrong with him? And they're like, he's sleeping. And I was like, oh, he's sleeping. It's like, when's he gonna wake up? And they're like,
never. It's a
see, that's why Clark did it this way. Clark made sure to just like, yo,
I didn't get it.
His cells stopped working, my guy.
I didn't get it until years later.
He's a fucking scientist.
I was 5 at the time. Years later, when I was like 8 or 9, did my mom mention like she was like preparing me that she would die or something like that, something random. I was like dead asleep, and I was like, "You're gonna die," and she's like, "Yes," and I was like, "Die how?" And she's like your grandfather. And I was like, "You're not gonna wake up," and then I freaked out because at that point I understood what the concept of death meant. And then people explain it further in science class what death actually is, you know. And I was just like, "Oh, okay, I see." But yeah, they never said the term death. You just go to a funeral, and for me, that was just it. Like, he's asleep. Animals, they went to the farm.
I actually would accept that one better than to go into the cellular level of apoptosis.
You really just gave him a lesson?
No longer are reproducing and just fall off and never reproduce.
I was like, I'm positive that's just not a thing other parents actually do. Like, I feel like that's just not normal. It just felt so unnatural. It was like, yo, Superman, you've never explained death to anyone before? But I mean, I get.
Is it the lab coat?
No.
Oh, I thought it was a lab coat. Okay. No, you fucking didn't, bro.
They don't even know.
I know this nigga didn't, bro.
Yo, they don't even know, bro. They don't even know. Bro. So that's the other thing. Sometimes when people say, "Oh, the Superman slander," they don't even know. Like, I still fucks with this guy. I just have fun with him. Okay. So now let me go on Team Clark's. No, we're no longer Clark. Put my hair back, but whatever. So, y'all niggas ain't even like us. On Krypton, yo, a 2-year-old was already on a college level for these Earthlings. So I can't talk to my son like y'all Earthlings be talking to y'all kids, because my son operates on a higher level. My son, from age 2, was already seeing people at a cellular level. He would just be chilling, looking at somebody, he would squint his eyes and be like, damn, that person got cancer. Yo, how you know that? Yo, I was just looking at his skin, explaining all that shit. Like, yo, that's cancer, my guy. This is a Kryptonian child. He gets Kryptonian lessons. I can only imagine when my homie Clark, Superman, Kal-El, let me not even say Clark, when Kal-El was in the Fortress of Solitude and Jor-El just started spitting all this shit. And he's like, all right, so this is the way we train our Kryptonian child. That's what's happening. We had a whole 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes of Martian customs and how they gotta go through all this extra stuff, building crystals, just to have a formal relationship. That's a Kryptonian customs. But Earth niggas, they ain't gonna understand that.
That kid was so advanced, he should be like, he dead. And she's like, oh, okay, I understand, father. Understood.
How simple
We
would it be
will
just
no
to say
longer
that
see
if he's
Uncle
so advanced?
Connor any longer. I am prepared to go through the 5 grieving stages of his death, and I will converge with you. I will converge with you afterwards. Thank you, father, for that wonderful explanation.
I ain't gonna lie.
Cool.
That's a fire ass comeback.
Why did you just say he died?
But
You know
we
what?
never got to see the process.
I actually do think he
I
said
think
it.
Artemis
It's
went through
funny.
something, and we're like, yo, why they monologuing the whole episode? And it was essentially we, the viewers, would never have the opportunity to see this elaborate backstory.
True. Nah, all right. I'm done clowning him. But that last episode on the real, the whole the family tie, shout out Kendrick, shout out Baby Keem, they're just, it's just a theme that they're really writing on, and I want to see like how we're gonna come out on the other side, because I feel like
I think we're done with this story.
yeah, they're doing that thing again where it's like
did-
in blocks of 3.
Yeah.
Blocks of 3
They already did
episodes,
Miss
right?
Martian, Artemis, and whoever's next at this point. The next person is going to be the story, and then we're going to move on from them to the next one. They've already pointed out the Phantoms, who are the people we're focusing on directly, so there's only a few left. Superboy's dead, so we're not going to get his story as far as we're concerned.
So we're gonna jump into Young Justice, guys. If y'all not subscribed, go ahead and do so. The full reaction and discussion will be on Patreon. Also, if y'all like this DC heat and y'all want more of it, smash the thumbs up button so it benefits on the algorithm. And on top of that, drop a comment with some of the points that you agree with and disagree with respect, with the time spent. Stamp. I'm speaking too fast, and let us know that y'all fucking with this Kryptonian way of raising our children. These Earth people, I don't know what's going on.
Also, turn on for notifications and click on this video if you want to see us on your homepage.
If you're enjoying the YaBoyRockLee crew, go into the
bonus
description, click on the Discord link so you connect to us and the rest of the Kryptonian haters.
All right, let's jump into Young Justice starting now.
This universe is 16 billion years old.
Not even 18 yet. Terrible.
Serving great lords of order and puissant lords of chaos.
Oh, this is Dr. Fate and the Chaos people.
Yes.
No, Zatanna.
Opposing
This is Zatanna's
forces
episodes.
As the loss of said balance, and evil is that balance is undoing.
Fate and the Lord, yeah. Oh, what a powerful opening.
What?
Before anything happens, like, yo, this is not about morals, ethics, and it's balance.
Balance
It is
in
this
the universe.
balance.
Between order and chaos.
Oh my gosh. You know what that was though, right?
Savage?
Yeah, that was Savage and the gem thing when he turned. Remember he got to the gem and then people attacked him and then he evolved?
Yeah, the meteorite.
Yeah, but he was talking about good and evil and then there's balance. So Vandal Savage is actually not a bad guy.
That's
light
but,
in that
but
sense.
there is no bad guy. That's
Right.
so you can't use it.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. He's
So-
creating balance.
So one could argue that Vandal Savage is on the side of order,
there you
and what's his name is on the side of chaos.
Did everyone just see that and
Yes.
what? Oh, everyone just got powers here, huh?
Oh, it's a bunch of sorcerers. Probably in a training ground or something.
Ooh.
Yes, it's a training ground because it's like a box that's floating. Oh, that's cool. Imagine giving speed to somebody else to fuck them up.
Oh, that's gangster. Ooh, and Magic's always fire.
We have to evolve.
I read Superman's powers in magic, but magic is cool.
Oh, she can just
Never mind.
do whatever. You saw that?
Yeah,
Speed of Mercury,
she's
strength
like
of
Shazam.
yeah.
You need to maintain a better awareness of your surroundings. Oh man. No, more like a.
Yeah, you only missed one each of you.
Talk magic to him, girl.
Those poor little creatures, they just want to have a party.
No, the trucks are home. She sent them back.
Oh, I guess.
That's enough.
Sorry, see you there.
No harm done.
Oh, now I see why I saw people in the city.
Erots are everything. It's
Oh.
important to balance the natural and magical worlds. They'll belch it out soon enough.
Oh.
I'd like to think that
There's a possibility.
are my best students. We're your only students, and still the best.
Yeah. She saw superheroes and just models their way of doing things.
I actually get that. That makes sense to
Of course.
me. No, like the student stuff. Because I can have only students and they'd still be the worst students I'd have, you know?
Up. Up. One of these chaos people just came through. It's the sorcerers of this world that scare me the most. They just fuck shit up sometimes.
Yeah, you just never see
Yeah, so a chaos sorcerer just comes in like, alright.
I feel like they're more realistic. Like, they could just literally be out here doing this kind of stuff.
She's like a mother to them all. Oh, very sweet.
That's what I wanted to see.
Me too. Oh, he in trouble.
He said, you tell him?
And he meowed.
Seems to be having a moment.
Uh-oh.
Savage don't like moments.
Over 12 millennia.
Oh, here we go.
This was to be Vandar's utopia.
What happened to
A
them?
place could live in peace and harmony.
Until.
Under him discovered his utopia. Had been undone.
The same little fucker.
Yeah.
If he hadn't killed him, Meadows would have just been a regular thing on this earth.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Would have been My Hero Academia over here.
He could use some sleep.
Oh, with that singularity theory, probably would Earth would have been sucked.
Satan!
You called it.
Nice lit.
That is fun. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's one of the reasons I can't do this kind of stuff. I'm afraid of heights. What if your powers just fail you right now because of some cosmic beam?
Jeez.
Why is what?
What if it was all a mindset? You just fall just because you think, what if I fell here?
Look at that shit. That's exactly why I won't do
Yo,
it.
in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe, that's how you fly. You just don't think about falling and you can fly.
Until someone forces it into your mind.
That's exactly what happened too. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Can't actually say it myself. Shazam!
You guys right.
Had to give it up.
Had to.
So mysterious.
She said she can't say the word, but the other girl whispered it.
Yeah. Because she said it, she turned into
1/3 of it. She's got 1/3.
Why is the school bus out at this time of night anyway?
Buses happen.
No, they don't.
Give me away in mood.
Why is every woman in this show baddie?
Allow me to introduce Madame Xanadu offers you welcome.
Especially dark skin shawties.
Yo, that cat watching.
This clarion was something new. Or, despite appearances,
Something incredibly old.
Something elemental.
He was fucking him up.
To the universe.
Yo, Savage has the best background stories. I know we haven't seen much of them, but I don't want to. I don't want to watch any of this other stuff.
He's got so much drama and history behind him. He just don't really be saying
All of
anything.
human history, some would say.
Literally. Is that the Star of Atlantis? Is that what it says?
Yes, correct, Mundo.
What?
Thank you for being my anchor on the mortal plane.
Uh,
I will provide you
like that
with
cat.
an appropriate name.
Yup.
She giving me,
You Flaw, shall we? Now, Flaw.
how was it? Berserker vibes. You remember that Berserker little girl? This is that vibe I'm getting from them.
There. You look absolutely darling.
Aw.
What you doing in here?
Child.
And what is that?
Child.
That's how Will shot the child in Men in Black.
Please reward this mortal accordingly.
I like how Flaw will fuck you up with a smile on his face. Oh, isn't it Diamond?
He just
It's the
changed
face
it.
movies,
It's
yeah.
a star. It said the Star of Atlantis.
This
Well, it's not a star.
Dora. Still, I wonder what these things look like on the inside.
Oh, it's like they're born every so often. She's like the other guy that's like a child, and
So
they're
he's
just
about
demented.
to die, and she's the new one. She's taking his place.
You think that's what's gonna happen?
Someone else from this side has to rise up.
As we had a fate.
Chicken with you. Should I be worried?
Yes, I wonder if you don't want to risk your life, but you ain't cleaning up.
Sorry, I'll get on the chores thing. Got you covered.
From Preservation Hall across the street.
But
I like the accent.
isn't that in New Orleans?
So I'm magic, baby.
Location switch, quick.
This parlor looks more like a tourist trap. It was. Once. But now,
I'm retired, baby.
greatest seer and medium on earth.
Medium.
Kent Nelson?
Kent.
I assume you know why we're
Oh, Kent. That's her dad.
Pulse felt all around the world, yes?
Guy before her dad.
I've
The
lost
fate before her
track,
dad.
But I can
Mhm.
send you to the water.
Funny, the Connor Kent is actually how I remember it. I was like, Kent, not Clark.
Get you there.
Pay up.
Sorry, you never know it all that.
I don't understand how you got,
Favors don't keep the lights on.
On God.
but you got magic.
Yeah, you can't just make
You
it.
can't.
What's the point of learning magic? You can't just make money.
The American dollar, they got better at stopping counterfeit money. Even
Only
magic
one
can't
per-
counterfeit.
only one person can print out this kind of money, baby. Gotta hit up that man Joey B. Tell him run the bros. Run the printer.
Holy shit. She wanted to see what he looked like on the inside. Oh my god.
He just kept killing him and killing him. He wouldn't die.
That's a year. Minus 65.
Every time, Vandar rose again.
This kid had no life.
Seeing a valuable potential asset and not being one to let an opportunity.
Savage is the one looking at an asset?
Priority was to stop Clarion from murdering his people.
There was kids there still.
His kids,
300
remember?
years.
Any restriction.
Oh, dang, he killed his whole family.
I listen to you. Leave right back here in this village called Atlantis. Alright. Play for now.
I never would have guessed. Wow.
Holy moly.
The Atlanteans are his original family.
Some kind.
Anatomy lesson.
I think you're right, Holland. Something inhuman did this.
Y'all can't just drop a bomb like that and then move on with the rest of the story. That is crazy.
I know we shouldn't have stopped to torture those hummingbirds. It seemed like a fun idea at the time.
He was in such a rush, too.
He saw some hummingbirds that needed torturing.
I won't get stuck, and I won't stand.
Nobody's gonna pod me.
It's crazy. He's not evil. He just does. You know?
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird, but now after hearing the title and seeing some of this stuff. Oh, damn.
You all die today.
And how many years has it been? 12? He said 1,000 or 1,200?
He said 1,000. Give me 1,000 years and I'll show you why.
This man can't sleep. It's such a random drop in the middle of all this chaos.
I feel like he's like in the store next to them.
Oh, shit.
No
Just
shit.
say Shazam already. I know there's a reason
Man,
for it.
melted.
Like a real boy.
With his own evil power? Damn straight.
With
Yeah,
his
you tell
own
him.
evil power.
You can't handle my power.
Did you catch that?
Yeah. I don't know how she pulled that off.
Yeah.
Tingle, I'm in tingles.
This poor cat. This.
What you mean you're kind?
Oh, he meant brothers.
We're just butting him.
Oh, he was about to be crushed. Mind your surroundings, my guy.
This will do.
For what?
She's dressed up all nice and stuff.
Notice she has an Atlantean stone. Oh my god.
Is she gonna do something? He's gonna realize it's not them.
Not her.
Losers, but I got other things to fry. They know what I mean.
Nope. I'm gonna act like I didn't, bruh.
Thus, the threat of the Chaos Lord was delayed.
His little sister. Can you imagine?
Dismissed to remind you of what must not be forgotten. For once, say what you can.
Is that a fake?
To
No, he's
That person looked familiar. I just don't know who it was.
he looks like the guy in that show What If from the series. Have you guys seen What If? No. It's in But it's a whole different franchise anyway, so it doesn't even make. But he looks like him. Like he's part of the Cosmos.
I feel like I'm supposed to know who that is.
I think
saw
you're making
the
a Marvel reference. You can't use it though.
Nah, I can't use the Marvel. Nah, I know who that's supposed to be in DC. I just don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it's like I know it
DC.
because like when they showed the chest up, I'm like I've seen that outfit before. But then it was a black guy with white eyes. So I'm like, I don't think it's the same guy I'm thinking it is. I'm like, fuck, damn.
This is my favorite starter. Like, you know how they start a new chapter? This is my favorite one so far.
Cause they spitting, bro.
Admittingly, by the time you guys should know, we kind of fucked up our order when we got to Artemis's, so we missed that family theme that we were getting. But anyways, this one, this is crazy, man. Atlantis was his original utopia. Not surprised.
I am thoroughly surprised.
When I say not surprised, it's because Atlantis is like that golden city.
Yes.
But it's under the water.
Correct.
Yeah, and everyone is basically an underwater meta of some form. That's how I should say it. But yeah, that's crazy. And then she's there to get. She used a stone that was the star of Atlantis.
Yep.
So
That's
something
what the name
was.
said, but maybe it said stone or.
It said Star of Atlantis,
Said
I'm
Star?
pretty sure. Yep.
Okay.
And she made it grow, and now it's her monster.
It's all about to connect the location that they were originally at. I don't remember seeing that stone before she used it though. Have we seen that stone before?
I don't think so. The stone reminded me of the stone when it came crashing down, and Vandal Savage touched it or whatever. That meteorite. Yeah, I thought that was the stone. But it said Star of Atlantis.
He had a giant rock.
That was different connections. The stone I was thinking of, you remember that stone monster that was like begging to be broke apart? But
I thought about that. Yeah.
That's what I thought. It might have been a piece of that, but I don't have enough information to link that together.
You saw me have the same thought. I just backed off of it.
A sentient rock, sentient dies by magic. It's like we saw that once, but
all y'all sentient rocks look the same. You know.
Pretty much.
You heard Chaos say it to a homie. He was like, "You people,
hey, you people."
This was a crazy episode too because from the very beginning, and I think they did a good job with that. The setup was going forward. It's not about like bad. Like so, even this kid who goes on fucking up hummingbirds, and this girl who's fucking up the guard. Like as heinous as it is, it's like
they're creating
chaos, bro.
They're just chaos. It's not an evil thing, but we label it as evil because that's what we do. That's why in another series, when I was talking about aliens taking over the world, and people were like, but those aliens are killing police officers. Of course they're evil, right? And it's like, yes, I understand that by our human standards, but there's universal standards. A whole other planet can have a whole different way of explaining things. Evil is kind of subjective. However, we generally will agree that robbing and...
There's a few things that are like, everybody can agree now. You don't do that.
Yes. And then they still can disagree on those elements.
Well, if he's hungry, what's wrong with stealing and killing this person? They're gonna let you have it. What are you supposed to do? Just die? It's
Thank you.
I mean, no, but like yes, but like no. You know what I mean? There's nuance to it.
You know.
For me, the biggest revelation that I took, and I don't know if anybody will agree with this, it's that like it seems like Vandal Savage is on the side of order. Like, again, there's no good and evil. We're looking at chaos versus order. And if you look at what they're laying out, Clarion is chaos, Fate was order. If you look at everything apocalyptic, you can't tell that's not pure chaos. So that would, by derivative, would mean if Vandal is going against Darkseid and Darkseid is chaos, that would have to, by default, mean that Vandal Savage is operating on the side of order. And back to what Adorkable said about this rock, I hate to say it, the rock looked yellowish. Order looks yellow and goldish to me. Vandal Savage might be
I did an order. I think there was chaos and there was like, I don't know how to explain the opposite of chaos, but that was yellow. Order?
Order.
Then what's in the middle?
And Vandal Savage is balance. He is balance between the two.
I would replace exactly what you said with balance.
Balance, but balance to what? You can't just have him as order. Who would he have to be balanced against?
But to me, Vandal Savage appears to balance like everybody else. He balances the light. He balances the League. He balances Apocalypse. He keeps his order between Apocalypse getting stronger and or Earth getting stronger, but we're at some type of balance. I would say that he may have to do a little bit more things on the side of order to compensate what Darkseid is saying, the more I actually talk about it, I can actually see why director is saying order. I don't perceive it that way.
That's why I stopped talking, because I'm like, you'll get to it eventually, because everything you're saying is just it's just proving my point that if Darkseid is chaos, although we see Venom Savage's quote unquote doing bad things, if it's in order to keep order, he's still operating on the side of order.
This is how I perceive it.
You said if he's balanced, it's like, okay, then what is he balancing?
This is how I perceive it. So what's the thing in the middle of a pendulum? Like a
fulcrum.
A fulcrum. You ever notice on some scales they had to move the fulcrum to compensate? You ever seen a scale where you have to move the fulcrum?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I imagined Savage as a fulcrum, and at times he has to move closer to the side of order, and at other times he has to move closer to the side of chaos.
I see why you're saying that, because you're using the League would be the people of order. That's the basis that you're operating off of. The only reason I disagree with that is because we already know the agreement between Savage and Darkseid. And that's why I'm like, if he's the oldest being, he is for lack of a better term, the father of all metas, and he came around at a time where he was blessed upon the stars himself. I would say he is the original agent of order currently to go against the agent of chaos, Darkseid, that's coming up. Now, it's not... It's like people are like, no, they clearly said Clarion is the Lord of Chaos, so somebody else has to be a Lord of Order, Fate, right?
Fate.
But like, if you look at, you just come down one level, who has to ascend those people afterwards? I would put, right now, Vandal's operating on a universal, multi-universal level, whereas the League can't even keep shit control on Earth, you know what I mean?
This is what I'm going to do. I want to agree with you and add this little caveat. I believe Savage is an agent of order who positions himself as a fulcrum. Because,
that's fair.
For example, like Superman would be an agent of order, but he won't do an ounce of anything that would help a chaos agent, right? But Savage would help an agent of chaos to maintain balance, because to him, it's for the greater goal of this order kind of thing.
I can agree with that 1,000%. At the end of the day, and with the way I feel Savage and in the way he's been depicted so far, he is an agent of order. He's like, we are the best on this planet. We're the best in this universe, and I'm here to prove it. And anybody who thinks otherwise is gonna have to come through me and my peoples. And his interest is in keeping order. That's why he always operates so cool, so collectively. Shit's popping off in the background, but you never see Savage. He's always in order. Whether what he has to do is perceived as chaotic or evil, or whether he's doing stuff to literally help the League to progress his own fucking agenda. That's why you're like, he's balanced. I'm like, he is balanced, but he's balanced on the side of order. Because I think we said it, if Apocalypse just ran rampant, everything's fucked.
You know what? I know you said that, and I was agreeing with you, but they trafficking kids to Apocalypse. It's hard for me to say he's an agent of order or on the side of order when he facilitates trafficking kids to Apocalypse.
To serve his own purpose, though.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, he can't
It's to serve his own purpose.
Yeah, I have a hard time with it. I understand logically to say.
We'll see it at the end.
He's so in the gray. He's so in the gray that it's like...
But that's why I like that we're getting a sauce on his backstory continually. Because I think the more we see of his backstory, just shot in the dark, the more we see of his backstory, we're going to end up saying, God damn it, Vandal Savage saved us all. He did save us all. He is technically a good-ass guy. I mean, I already know that, but like, we don't have like the long history of proof. We just know this nigga showed up. He's like, yeah, the League, y'all in my way. I got to get y'all out of there.
That's always going back to the first 2 minutes of the episode. It's like, once you remove this good and evil, humans or, sentient beings just slap those labels on. Savage he's keeping the Earth from being destroyed, or the Earth is not destroyed through his actions. So it's like, whether you want to call that good or evil, I don't think we're going to get that kind of answer. We're just going to get to...
He keeps order.
Yes.
Because here's the way I look at it. If these agents of chaos, the Clarions and the dark sides had it their way, chaos would overrun. But he has been the thing preventing chaos from overrunning, which is why when you said balance, I mean, yeah, balance. That means he's part of the order. He's part of order. He brings balance to all the chaos by bringing some semblance of order. Although it's not the kind of order most of us would agree with. Most of us like, oh, wow, you're doing good. Because when you hear order...
But don't you think he actually stops order, though, and helps chaos? You don't think he helps
chaos at all?
In the grand
scheme of the universe, I believe Vandal Savage is a man of order stopping chaos from running rampant.
Okay.
In the grand scheme, we can look at the microcosm, the micro levels, and be like, yeah, he was chaotic here, he was chaotic there, he's chaotic here. But in the grand scheme of things, with no Vandal Savage, our universe is already dominated by Darkseid.
I mean, he literally...
and by Clarion, because he's like, Clarion, give me 1,000 years. And Clarion's like, all right, bet. So I would have to imagine within those 1,000 years between holding off Darkseid from destroying this universe and holding off Clarion, he is an agent of order. That's all I'm saying. He could be an agent of order. That's all I'm saying.
He literally does things that even lowers the efficiency of the league. Like, he would have the league tied up and stuff just to purposely stretch them out. He actually does things that prevents order.
How do we not
ruling.
know if the Justice League oversteps and Darkseid's like, you know what, I'm tired of playing this fucking game, just wipes everything?
That's $1 million question.
What if he's the one that's stopping the league from doing too much order, so then chaos has to overcorrect and come and wash it out? That's why
So
when
you
he
would
said
agree
balance,
when he would...
Yes. I'm
No, I
agreeing
didn't.
with you, bro.
No, you're not.
When he said fulcrum of balance, no? Oh, my B. New point. My fault. You got a new point.
Yeah, so I was like...
My bad.
He was like, nah, nigga, I'm already looking 3 seconds in the future. I know what you're about to say. So, if the Justice League are about to do an overcorrection on the side of order, right? And he throws in some villains, accuses them of crimes they haven't committed, which now benefits the side of chaos. That's why I say he does do things for the side of chaos.
Oh, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I said he does chaos.
Oh. Okay.
That's why I'm agreeing with you that I believe he is an agent of order, but he's like more closer to the middle where like he understands to keep everything the same. There has to be balance. He's just keeping balance.
You know what? I agree with you.
There's too much chaos.
I agree with you. It's just when you keep using that word order instead of using balance, when to me you should just say balance, but you want to say order. That's why I say...
Because that's a team he has to be on. He doesn't choose to be on the side of order. He just been alive long enough to understand how this shit works. I can't let too much order take over because then chaos there won't be enough chaos and it'll be too much one way. I can't let chaos take over because then we're all gone. Although, if it was up to him, I'd be like, he'd probably be on the side of chaos. But he understands to keep everything the same, he needs to do a little bit of both. But more so, that's why I said he's an agent of order. Because we see the obvious agents of chaos in front of us. The agents of chaos are very obvious. But when you look at the agents of order, it's like, just the league? That's it? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into it.
Nah, like I said, it's the facts I agree with. It's just the labels. Like every time you say all the facts...
He doesn't choose to be an agent of order. That's just what he happens to be helping the most. Because Darkseid would wipe everything. Clarion would wipe everything. But he has both of those kind of in control or at bay. And that's why I'm like, oh, he's working on the side of order. Not by choice. It just happens to be what his role is right now.
That's why I keep saying, yeah. That's why it's almost semantical. It's actually an entirely semantical argument.
It is.
Because I'm like, yeah, he balances. That's why they even had him in the middle of that picture. And when chaos is too much, he has to go to the side of order. And when order is too much, he goes on the side of chaos. He may do order more often because maybe the order of the niggas is weak, right? So he has to go on that side more often, but I can't label him on the side of order. He just happens to need to compensate that side more.
Literally saying the same thing.
That's why I realized.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, talking in circles.
That's why I said semantical. I'm even aware of it. I'm just literally...
I checked out 4 minutes
My
ago.
argument, which is not really even so much as an argument, is just why I don't want to use that label. Though I
don't want to use it from either. That's just where he fell on the pendulum.
All right.
Pendulum spectrum.
Fair. I got nothing else to add. I like the episode though.
Good episode. I think he's balanced. That's really it. But
That's what I think. That's why she's just letting it go. Cause I think she also agrees on the facts.
Yeah.
But he's more on balance, and I'm probably saying the arguments that you would say, so she's just quiet.
He's balanced. That's it. Just chaos, order, balance. He's balanced. That's it.
Sorry.
That's it for me. I was like, there's no argument for me. I'm just not gonna argue about it.
No, that's okay.
You guys just kept going. I was like,
here's
okay.
the difference. I'm using exactly what the show told me. They said there's order. They said there's order and there's chaos. Y'all put in that balance because you guys saw scale, and that's why you're like, oh, balance, balance, balance. But from what the show told me, there's two sides you could be on: order, chaos. Which one did you follow?
There's literally in the beginning where they're explaining there's order and chaos, and within order and chaos there's balance. And then they explain specifically one person who would be balanced in the scenario, and that is Viano Savage. Because they said chaos was the cat, and then fate was the helmet, and balance was Viano Savage. He's the only one person who brings balance to both sides.
In the whole goddamn known universe.
At least, yeah.
And the way in this, first of all, you could combine it. That's why, like you said, I'm only using the episode. It's like, yeah, so are we. There was agents of chaos. The agents of order, and they would show the faces, and then there was balance, and they insert Savage. So I'm like, yeah, we can call it.
I guess, honestly, must have just overlooked it. That's all me done.
You didn't see it, or hear
Seen it, heard it. I was just like, oh, they're just showing where he would fall.
Okay. Anyways. But everything else you say though, that's why you never say anything that you're wrong. It's just like, yeah. It's
damn, we just could like cut 15 minutes. You just reminded me of that earlier. It's like, no, they literally showed you that. They said, but like.
Actually, if you listen to it, I didn't say it as good as the Dorkable said. I was like, yeah, they put him in the middle. They said it, but I didn't say it as detailed and eloquently as Adorkable did. And Adorkable did a way of arguing where she was like, this is this, that's just it. And now you have to kind of like, just let that marinate, because she really wasn't trying to even go back. I was overcompensating by saying, I understand what you're saying and whatever. She didn't even play that route. She's like, nope, get us wrong. It's this way. And that actually, sometimes in an argument,
he said everything right. It was like you said. It was just the word change.
It's just that it became semantics.
Like, she's balance. That's it.
Just a long one.
Same thing.
Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Me and the director pulled the infinite arguing. If y'all haven't subscribed,
I'm so mad about it too.
You guys keep going. I was like, I'm not gonna say a word.
I'm literally so mad about it too.
Because there was this is several times I wanted to stop, and then you added your 2 cents, and I was like, yeah, I understand. Let me add my 2 cents. And you're like, yeah, I also understand that. Let me add my 2 cents, and here we are, 48-minute mark. If y'all haven't subscribed, do so. Full reaction, full discussion will be on our Patreon. Also, if you guys like our content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Who you guys fucking with? Drop your opinions. We want to hear it. Timestamp it. Let us know. With all due respect and no spoilers.
Hit the bell for notifications and click on that homepage. Hit the bell for notifications and click on that homepage so you can click on our video. We're gonna keep going. That was wrong.
Yo, click on the video if you see us on your homepage. Yo, click on the video if you see us on your homepage. Go ahead and you see our content again, so we don't miss it. And that makes sure that we deliver more videos like this. And that makes sure that we deliver more videos like this.
Go on the description. Click on that. Don't join the YaBoyRockLee crew. Go on the description. Click on that.
Until next time, guys. YaBoyRockLee.
Adorkable nerd.
Until next time, guys. YaBoyRockLee.
Adorkable nerd.
Director Nasty.
Out. Yeah, that was bad on both our parts. I could not let it go.
I don't even know what it was. I don't even have a good excuse. I'm like, fucking A, bro.
I know what
and
it
I know
is.
that's a certain point where I was like, God, I just want it to be done. And it's like, but why did it just keep going, bro?
You both just
I
kept
with her all the
going.
time.
I was legit like,
I was so over it so long ago, like a whole 8 minutes ago. Like,
as soon as you guys did the,
as soon as I even said in my head, I was like, what's happening here? I looked at it, I was like, what's happening? I was like, I don't understand. Like, what are we missing? I'm like, what?
As soon as you guys did the one over, I was just like, yeah. As soon as they're finished, I was like, I'm just gonna say he's balanced and that's it. I'm just gonna end it there.
You know why? Because it's like in my mind, I'm gonna keep it going as I pull up the next thing. In my mind, it's like, bro, it's obvious that he's balanced, you know. But I respect what you're saying, and I feel like you're almost there to see
it was like
what
one
I'm
of those
saying.
things, like I heard them say balance, but I didn't realize they're literally presenting him balance as balance. And that's why when Adorkable said what she said, I'm like, is that really? Is that really what they're showing?
Episode.
Oh, this is the next
yeah, watch out, watch out. And that's what threw me off. I'm like, did they really say like he's actually balanced? I was like, is that what I missed? That I literally missed?
No, undo.
9 is number 9. And then Adorkable said, I'm like, they did show him like that. And when they were showing, because I was watching, I was listening, but like, did they literally say he was balanced?
It's close to the beginning. It's like the very first thing they do.
Yeah,
you can just let it run like this,
right
actually.
Right there, yeah, you hit it.
You went too far, actually.
Did I?
Oh, back 15, double click.
This universe is 16 billion years old.
The thing was, I was paying so much attention in the beginning because it was so confusing what they were saying.
between stagnation and anarchy.
Like this part, I was so confused. I was like, what?
Sparked beings of pure energy. Great lords of order.
And then chaos.
And puissant lords of chaos.
And then there's balance.
Entrusted to maintain the sacred balance between opposing forces.
Was balance.
As the loss of said balance once heralded the destruction of the old universe. There is no moral judgment here.
That's the part I missed. Loss of balance.
No conflict between good and evil. Unless good is the balance itself, and evil is that.
This is why I didn't believe it. That's why it didn't make sense to me. When they showed him, they said unless good is the balance itself and evil is the undoing. And then they showed this picture, and I was like, oh, they're not calling him balance. But I see it now. In context, they are. In context, they kind of are.
So what it was is that's why it's actually interesting going back to even argue with you. They say unless the good is the balance itself, which is why in your mind I'm like that means he's good, which then means he's on the side of order, and it was like
and evil is the balance is undoing, which means because he's with chaos on the light side,
it's the undoing. You see, that's why.
But he's still
bro.
Yeah.
That's why, to be honest, even going back to it,
the whole thing was semantical to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I said that though.
You did, but like literally, even the way the show depicted it, it's still uber fucking semantical. Cause like I thought it was when the way she spit it, I thought it was very concrete. When they showed him, they said, and here is the balance to restore all type shit. That's what I thought that she heard, and I completely just misinterpreted. But even watching it and seeing it again, it's still even right there semantical. However, I still do lean that you're right. He is supposed to be quote unquote the balance, but it wasn't even said like that. It was one of those things. We all saw the same thing. We all heard the same thing. I just took it as like, oh, this is information. I can watch this, and you guys like, no, this is what they're spitting, and I'm holding on to it. I just
I'll even tell you the final difference. The final difference is, I feel like me and the Dorkable took the episode more literal, and this is what the narrator presented, right? Mm-hmm. And you were like, the narrator presented this, and I would say that means Savage is good. And I was arguing with what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't like good. I don't like to say Savage is good. He just operates to stop chaos.
Actually, the way they phrased it in the beginning, it almost sounds like he's actually turning bad. Like he's undoing the balance by going toward the dark side more. Is what it sounds like, even though he does help the Order a lot. But.
That's funny as shit. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, please go ahead and do so. The link is in the description of this video, and I actually tweet back. Much love, YaBoyRockLee.
Wait, I'm gonna laugh. Okay. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell for notifications, and check out our Patreon for full and upcoming reactions.